His assist resulted in the first goal. He sends in another cross, this time straight to Sabi Akwa.
Again, it's not the best of crosses. Easy for the good part to come and claim it, but I'm surprised Wafa are trying to play with 9 men here once they have the opportunity of making the sub work. I mean, sometimes you can just find the game and the ball and put it out of touch. It would be catastrophic if Hearts get a second in this situation.
Isubontin gives away possession and takes it back. Lawrence Ejekum went past Afutu, but Nuru Sule was there to the rescue. Razak is offside.
You see? It'll be interesting to see if he was offside because the back line of Wafa seemed to have stayed right there.
So Kelvin, Wachi Yadom comes in for Gordon Agbevo. Moal Hassan, Afutu. Fatau is looking for the run of Isaac Mensah. He can't go past Kunedu. Clever defending from the tall centre back. Agbevo had little impact in the game. He was just about warming himself into the game before that injury. Here is Fatah Mohammed. Poor pass from the captain. Lawrence Ejekum. Beautiful touch. Ejekum goes down. An half foul has gifted Wafa a free kick.
It's lovely. Pushing touch into this path. Shove off the back and it brings his man down for Manaf. But this man will be disappointed. Whenever he has the ball, he seems to be, trying to make something happen for Wafa. Never really happened. Hopefully it's not an injury that is going to keep him out for long.
Ate Yusuf to Augustin Boache. Lays one onto the path of Ate Yusufu again. He keeps it in play. Now he finds Boache. Ejekum. Nibote. Samed. Tries to find Intim. He goes down. Push by Ovuka. Late call. But referee Alpha Baade had to look at the direction of his assistant referee.
Yeah, you see that again. If it was a push from Ovuka here, I'm not sure Ovuka does anything wrong. It is the body balance of his own man that is bringing him down in that situation. Intim. Once he's coming across Vuka, he lost his balance a bit, and that is how come he fell. Not sure Vuka had so much to do with it.
It's 40 minutes, and Alsabog lead Wafa by 1-0. Goal scored by Patrick Razak. Samed Ibrahim lines up for this free kick. 40 meters, swings one in. Victor Edu is all alone. But somebody went down in the Alsabog box. Ate Yusuf with the Burkina Bay. Richard Atta. Clever pass from Obuka. Patrick Razak.
Yeah.
He's off again.
He'll be saying that pass should have been played earlier. But again, he's got the pace to play. Not sure he always has to make the move before the pass comes. I mean, that is it. Raju Obuka, once it peels off that back line, it's offside from there. But again, very, very tight. It's not the first time it's happened this afternoon. He has to be watching those lines closely before making those runs.
Ejekum. Push on him by Victor Edu.
Just bumped into his man.
Patrick Razak can't go past Nibote. Here is Samet. Augustin Boache up against Nuru Sule. He goes down. Flag goes up. It's a free kick against Atabok. And Nuru Sule obviously visibly disagreeing with the assistant referee.
Yeah, I think he plays himself into this trouble because he miscontrols the ball from there. It's what gives Watching opportunity to come claim it. And there you see it. Is that the hand? I mean, if you're going with the shoulder and your hand is on your body, it's fine. But look at the hand. Once he just, brushes it off his man, Wachi feels that contact and goes down. Gets a free kick in a very decent area for Wafa.
We're 3 minutes away from the first 45 minutes, and it's a free kick for the Academy boys. Augustin Boache. Augustin delivers. Atta gets it away. Here is Ejekum. Atta Yusufu. Kevin Yadom. He wants to shoot. Nibote. It took a deflection.
Yeah.
Atta is racing. Can he get to it? It's a corner. Wafa trying to pile some pressure with a few minutes to wrap up the first half. Augustin watches corner. Poorly taken.
Yes, a poor corner. Normally when you beat your first man in the box, doesn't even get into the box. Disappointing take. But he has another chance to redeem himself down.
Hopefully he gets it better here. Watch it, whips it in. This time it's better. It's fisted away by Atta. Atta Yusufu. Lovely switch. Looking for Augustin Boache. And on Saboche. Good tracking back to defend. Radio Vuka, what was happening to him?
It's a mistake. I mean, you clearly see what he was trying to do, trying to pick up Patrick Razak, but just mistaked it. Looking at the grass, looking at the turf actually to suggest that it's the pitch.
Yadom to Bote. Good play from Wafa. Here is Samet. He's up against the Vuka. Vuka's proving a tough customer for Samet. He believes so much in his overlapping abilities, but he's found Vuka hard to do it.
Yeah. But impressively, Wafa finishing the half strongly. They've been keeping Hatzafuk in their own half in the last 3 minutes as well. I mean, it's credit to the team in the way they've played out, but disappointing for Hearts again. They've not really done enough to put them under pressure. The one time they did, they scored. Not sure why they've not done that enough.
Here is Manaf. Lovely pass. Patrick Razak comes forward, but that's Sabi Akwa. Good anticipation from the Wafa Gori.
You can see what Manaf was trying to do. Lovely run there by Patrick Razak. Saw the space and was making the run for it. Great awareness by the goalkeeper, Sabi Akwa. He read the situation well, stepped off his line. Otherwise, Razak was through on goal.
2 minutes of stoppage time here in Accra. Wafa down by a man, down by a goal. Another missed kick from Radio Vuka, and Nuru Sule has Boachi chasing, and he plays it safe. Boachi's throwing down for Samet. Lawrence Ejekum. Kevin Yadom. Nibote. That ends up to be a good pass. Here is Esubontain. Tries to shoot from there, but it doesn't work. Here is Ate Yusufu. Kunedu trying to pick out Samet. Gets a head on it. It's Boachi again to Vuka. Richard Atta balloons it away. Given away by Botte. Here is Victor Edu. Afutu. Ansa. 2 minutes of stoppage time up already. Alpha Ba Ade will whistle anytime soon to bring the first half to an end. There he whistles. End of first half. Hatzabok lead by 1-0. Ketsi Patrick Razak from that Radio Buka assist. Earlier Wafa had a red card after Captain Ibrahim Abukari was sent off. Hatzabok at the break lead Wafa by 1-0. Hatzabok Wafa here at the Accra Stadium just a week after the Phobians played their bitter rivals and Wafa also beat the league leaders. Referee Alpha Ba Ade getting the two teams into action. Obuka trying to make a first attempt. Sets up Patrick Razak, whose cutback is dealt with by Yadom.
Yeah. Obuka did well there to find a run and pick out the Patrick Razak, whose cross was good. But lovely defending there by Wafa to cut it out.
Atta Yusufu's drive going straight to goalkeeper Richard Atta. He fumbled in the first place, but he made amends the second time.
Yeah, it was a weak effort to expect the goalkeeper to grab it as he did, but it wasn't fully under his spell when he was trying to set off.
Radio Boka has been very good on the left, but here Fatah Mohamed nearly pickpocketed Wafa's Esubontin on the blind side with his header.
Yeah, good ball from for the left back to the right back.
Fatah's throw in, not dealt with properly, as Manaf tries an overhead that deflects off Kunedu Yadom for a corner. Intimada's opportunity from the counter, but the drive was poor. Again, goalkeeper Atta failed to make a first time save, but he won't be troubled by that feeble drive.
Yeah, I don't think it's the most powerful effort, but it's a good drive in my opinion because it's stretching the goalkeeper. You can see what Atta is trying to do. He has to fully elongate himself before he makes that save. Couldn't even parry it out of the danger area.
So this was the move that set up the goal. Pass from Ansar to Obuka to Razak, and it's a goal for the Phobians. Well worked, and they deserve to be ahead.
Yeah, well worked here. The run of Patrick Razak, very impressive, taking one defender away. That is where the channel is now for the ball. Obuka gets the ball and cuts it back to Razak, who by the time was in the box for the tap-in for Hartefuk's goal.
Wafa at the break, down by one man, down by a goal. Not even this free kick from Boachi will trouble the Phobians, who head into the break with a 1-0 lead at the Accra Sports Stadium. Hatzabok are the better team in terms of possession with 60%, 2 shots on goal against Wafa's 4. 4 corners for the Phobians, but Wafa have a red card, and that one went to Ibrahim Abukari. Half-time score, Hearts 1, Wafa 0. Wafa will restart this game here at the Accra Sports Stadium. Remember, they're a man down, and for the next 45 minutes, they will play with 10 men. Here is Ate Yusufu.
Yeah, Wafa had a man sent off in that half. Abubakar Ibrahim for what was deemed to be the last man's challenge on Patrick Razak when he was bearing down goal. It all started from a flat pass, which he intercepted. But I must say that I've been impressed with the way they've organized themselves, even though Hearts of Oak have scored. Hearts haven't really been dominant in creating enough chances. And if they can keep the shape together, try to frustrate Hearts some more and rely on the pace they've got on the counter, who knows? They could pick something from this game. For Hearts, they have to start creating a lot more chances and try to kill the game as early as possible before the Wafa side grow confidence in the game.
And they've considered a throw-in rather cheekily at Sabok. But Wafa have a man down. Samed. So Alpha Bade decides to drop the ball. At first sight, it looked like they had lost it to Wafa.
Yeah.
So looks like Samed will be getting the advantage here. It's a drop ball. Obuka will take the advantage. Finds Fatal. Tries to pick up Manaf, and Kunedu is first to the ball.
He's been good, as it's been throughout the season. I mean, now with this new defensive partner in Nibote, they played well. There he is again, cutting one out again for Wafa.
Fatal switches to Obuka. The Congolese is surging forward. He's found Isaac Mensah. He wants to pick out Razak, heads it down for Manaf, who wants Fatal to do the run, tries to cross, is blocked by Ate Yusufu, who gets it away. Here is Obuka. Isaac Mensah, straight to goalkeeper Sabi Akwa.
Yeah. It's already the second time that Obuka is trying to look for a 1-2 with him, but Isaac Mensah has avoided it. He's always standing looking for something else, and there you see this. He's trying to line a shot there. Ekela just couldn't get a pen he was looking for. I'm sure he was trying to cut the goalkeeper on the far side, getting some instructions and respectfully gracing them or sipping it in. You want to see a lot more of this from Hearts of Oak, the fullbacks high up the pitch, the centre backs high up the pitch as well to squeeze Wafa in their own half.
Here is Manaf. Bits into the ball. Here is Iadon. He's got Esubontin to his left. Yes, he finds him. Esubontin, he's lacking ideas here now. He finds AJ Kum. Goes past and Sabotre. Good play from Wafa. Iadon. Lovely pass picking out Boache Badovuka. That's what to connect to Edu. They can go on a counter here, Hatsabok. And Sabotre's pass to Edu is too much for the striker, and Sabiakwa reacts well.
Yeah, it's disappointing because you're expecting Sabotre to pick a better pass from there. That was too heavy on the pass there. The space was there. Just couldn't get the right precision and time into it.
Manaf to Ansa Boche. Has have a man down and Ansa decides to get the ball off the pitch so his mate Razak can be attended to.
I find it a shocking decision, really. But they are very deep in the half of Wafa. It was at the time 4v4. I'm thinking that Saboche even had the opportunity to have a pop at it. If you are shooting at goal and ball goes over the bar or hit the back of the net, the player is going to be attended to. So they were very much in the very good phase of an attack where it's not a heading injury, so you are thinking you could try to make something happen. The last tackle on Patrick Razak was caught late. Still stayed down. Not sure it's anything that is going to keep him out of the pitch at the moment.
We're 5 minutes into second half football here in Accra. Elsewhere, so that's the goal. Pure beauty. Good
Keep
pass
an eye
from
on
Ansan.
Razak, the run he made. It's what took Samed away from the equation. Opening up the space for the through pass to Ofuka. Lovely cutback. Razak had then made his move into the box. Easy connection. But they made it look good because it was into the near side. Normally you see players open up their body, but he just squeezes into the near side. Good goal.
Kunedu and Nuru Sule, he doesn't get it right. He's up against Intim. There's a throw-in for the Phobians. Now elsewhere, Berkum Chelsea are 1-0 up against Mediama. And Ebusua Dwarf just went up against Bechem United. Wonders are drawing goalless with Legon Cities at home. Here is Ovuka up against Samet. He finds Boche. Lovely pass to Ovuka again. Cuts back. Mensah fails to connect. Here is Manaf. Tries a left-footed drive blocked by Kunedu. Switches to Edu. Edu's touch right in the box. That's Fatal.
Yeah.
Trying to pick out Edu.
Again, lovely work there by Boche and Ofuka on the far side to create the space for Ofuka. Lovely cutback again by Ofuka. They were queuing up. They had to focus attackers. Here they were queuing up. Ball went past Mensah, then Edu, then Manaf, whose first touch wasn't too good. On the 10, trying to hit the shots, just couldn't gather enough momentum and power with it.
Here is Razak. Ball is dealt to it by Diadom. He's stopped by Boche. And Prosper Nete assumed the duties of a ball boy, the Wafa coach. Hurriedly wants to get his men right attacking hard. Sabok here is Samet. He's got a guest in the middle. He finds him. Lovely turn from Boache. He goes down. Free kick for Wafa. Soft call.
Well, I've seen this given before. I just thought Afutu had seen enough of the ball to win it than to foul his man here. There, he got the ball, I think, Afutu on that occasion, but maybe he left something little on his man, and that is what the referee is seeing. Right there, I thought he got the ball. Again, it's lovely play by Wafa, except that because they are man down, sometimes they don't have the option to play the ball to give South Africa the time to regroup and get into defensive areas and stop the threats.
So free kick for Wafa. Boache is there at the Easy Freezer. Here is Augustin Boache. Straight to Richard Atta. Didn't have that direction, enough power to beat the goalkeeper.
Yeah, that's on target. A lot better than a lot of free kicks I've seen around the scene where every player wants to go for some power. He was going for a killer. From that range, again, it's difficult to kill it into the top corner, but that is on target. Get it a little closer to goal. Maybe you could be picking the corner of the post and attack will be struggling next time.
Fatal delivers to Ovuka. He's up against Samet again. Lovely touch, but to nobody from Mensah. Bote pass to Augustin Boache goes out. Mohamed Al Hassan tries to pick out Patrick Razak. Brilliant defending from Kunedu Yadam. He's been a tower for Wafa in defense.
Yes. I thought on that occasion, though, it was a risky challenge by him. Stotts seems to have been showing it. Patrick Razak just knew it was a dangerous tackle coming in, so he just had to move away from it. But he read the situation well. Again, lovely pass. It was from Moa Hassan into that space. There you see the pass coming. Lovely ball. The pace of Patrick Razak. And Kunedu just read it there. He launches into the tackle. Really, it's a really good tackle. Having seen it from this angle. Feet were planted into the turf. Got the ball.
Here is Augustin watching for Wafa. This can be dangerous. He's setting himself up. But 3 players, he can do nothing. Here is Fatao. The house captain has got Edu calling. Yes, he responds and finds Edu. Manaf. Boche. Obuka. He's got Isaac Mensah behind him, but he wants to go and get onto that byline. Clever play from Samed. He's able to play into the mind of the referee and get the advantage.
I think it's a soft one, to be honest. But this shoulder to shoulder on this occasion, yeah, gets ahead of him. All right, so just maybe that hand on his back, which I don't think it was a push, is what the referee deems a foul, which I think it's soft.
Lovely touch from Edu trying to pick out Manaf. It's 56 minutes in Accra. Hatzabog lead by 1-0. Intim wins the foul for Wafa.
Yeah, Afutu was too late. He was waiting for the ball, and the Wafa men were trying to swamp in him and were trying to win the ball off him, and they did. Again, had to focus a man up, if you like, numerically. It's not really told here, has it? It's not created enough chances with it.
Can they take advantage? And Saboche to Isaac Mensah. Will it be the second for the Phobians? You want to credit me, Bote, for that brilliant defensive play.
Great defending by him. I mean, you always know that Isaac Mensah is going to check onto his right. He read the situation well and, set himself up in a way where he was going to block that channel and put in a very good tackle to stop him from going past him.
Mensah up against Kunedu. He wins the throw-in for Wafa. Bote. Esubontin for Wafa. Picks up Intim. Bote. Augustin Boache. Nurustule wins possession for Hatsabo. Here is Moal Hassan. Then Afutu. Sule. Ovuka has seen Manaf do the run, but poorly executed pass from Ovuka.
Yeah. When he struck in the pass which Ovuka played, because there was so much space. It was so easy for him to have picked out that pass, but he flagged the opportunity to pick out Manaf, who was in acres of space.
Razak wins the ball at the expense of Ate Yusufu. The speedster trying to find his way into enemy territory, and Intim has left his attacking role to help in mopping up duties for Wafa. He's a natural defensive midfielder, so you can tell from his aggression and his ability to retrieve possession for Wafa.
I thought Patrick Razak played himself into trouble. They had 2 opportunities where he could have gone inside. Instead, he wanted to step outside so badly.
Here is Samed up against Nuru Sule. He's got tricks and pace. Samed, lovely play to Augustin Boache. Fatao calmly gets it down. Here is Manaf. Fatal Mohammed. Afutu heckling Yadom, but in team tries to pick out Augustin, but Fatal is racing onto it for the Phobians. Goes back to attack. Here is Nibote. He's up against Isaac Mensah. He's gifted Mensah possession. Now Ovuka will take advantage. Ovuka finds Manav. Back to Ovuka. Ovuka sets up Razak. And Razak has missed right from the 16-yard box. Oh, this is unpardonable.
An incredible chance which is blown here. Radio Ovuka does well to find Manav. Lovely ball back into him. It's not selfish. He's looking for Patrick Razak. But the boys, there is a gaping goal, an empty net. You could have put money on it that Razak was going to bury it for a second. But he blasted over the bar. And only he knows how he missed that.
Ibrahim Salifu comes in to make his debut for Accra Hatzabok. The former Techiman 11 Wonders winger steps in for his very first game in the colours of Hatzabok. Huge expectations for Ibrahim Salifu.
Yeah, I'm sure this is the moment he's been dreaming about since the move was announced. Getting to the jersey and playing for the club. Now he has the opportunity to show his new fans what he's got. I can tell his new fans it's an exciting player to watch, but this day he's unplayable.
Here is Lawrence Ejekum. Samet Mohammed. Back to Ejekum, and Nurul mops up well for the Phobians. Mo Al Hassan to Fatal. That was poor from the captain. Mo Al Hassan fumbled, made a mistake. Wafa unable to take advantage. Delivers looking for Fatal, it goes out.
And again, as long as the game goes on, Wafa know they are in the game. Their discipline has been incredible throughout the game. They've stuck to their task, they've run harder, they've covered a lot more yards than they would for the man down. They're up against it now.
Victor Edu enters the box, cuts in, sets up Mensah! It's a second for the Phobians. Isaac Mensah, after that penalty miss against Kotoko last week, has made amends. Has about 2. Wafa nil.
Yeah. Started from Wafa losing the ball in their own half, and Hatzabok quickly turning that into an attack to the advantage. Mensah capitalizing, but Victor Edu did well to hold on to the ball and wait for the run. You can quite clearly see the Wafa team that is a man down there. You see it, Victor Edu took his time, waited for the moment and the right time to pick a pass. Picked up his strike partner. One touch to set himself, and then he did strike that ball. Goalkeeper was a bit, off balance once the ball was coming in, because Boris going into the side where he's just moving off to set himself up. I mean, the ball didn't go into that far side. You think the goalkeeper maybe, just maybe, should be able to get something on it. He couldn't. Hatzabok couldn't care. Mensah wouldn't mind. He's put the club 2 goals ahead. Samuel Bwedu will be delighted.
Samuel Bwedu, happy man. Here is Salifu Ibrahim for the Phobians. Poor touch. Eager to impress, maybe.
But he took his eye off the ball at the time where he took his second touch. Once he took the first touch, now he was looking to see who was in the box. Having taken his eye off the ball and taking that second touch, it turned out to be a heavy one. Kicked it out of touch. I mean, of course, when you get into a new club, you want to straight away make a statement, impress the manager, impress your colleagues, to a large extent the fans.
Here is Ovuka. So many touches on the ball.
Yeah, straight away see how mobile he is. Salif Ibrahim. Very, very mobile, always making himself available for a pass. Picking up very decent areas if you keep an eye on him. That number 31 shirt. Moved into central areas, now going to support Ovuka on the far side.
Now there he goes. He finds Manaf. Manaf switches to Fatao. Lovely play from Salif Yaris Razak. Now to Manaf. Ovuka. Up against Samed. Again, that through pass from Ovuka, eluding everybody but finding a Wafa player.
Yeah. Salif went all the way to the left side to pick a pass from Ovuka. Then he came all the way to the right-hand side to pick a pass from Fatao. So he's a very mobile midfielder, always making himself available, like we said earlier, to pick up a pass or to help a player who's in a very tight corner.
Fatah Mohammed, Isaac Mensah. Now Salif Ibrahim. To Fatah Mohammed, Benjamin Afutu. Switches to Ovuka. Kredu beating Victor Edu to that ball. 66 minutes in Accra. Has 2 Wafa nil.
Yeah. And as for, even though they are leading by 2 goals to 0, they've not really been, dominant throughout the game. Wafa have a man down because of the red card that Abubakar Ibrahim received in that first half. But then for the manager, the new manager, he will just be happy that the team is winning at the moment, keeping a clean sheet, and that would be a good way or a good place to start. You can always look for the players to improve.
He doesn't want to drop points. He took over this job from Samuel Nunoy, who was taking the stopgap role after the departure of Papic, guided them to 3 games without a defeat. A win against Dwarves, Liberty, and a draw against Kotoko. And clearly Buadu wants to keep the standard or even make it better. Here is Mensah. Fatah Mohammed. Now that's a lovely play from Edu. Flicks it onto the path of Razak. He's up against Samed. Nutmeg Samed, but Kunedu is there to clear it away for Wafa. Only as far as Ovuka. Now Salif Ibrahim. Good defending from Wafa.
Yeah. Ball came off Patrick Razak. Eventually went out of touch. When for Wafa, their record this season on this patch hasn't been great. Losing to Interlies, to Legon City, and now against Atufuk.
Olympics are up by 1-0 in Dewu against Junes FC. Interesting scoreline from that venue.
Yeah.
Al Hassan's header down for Afutu. Afutu has been brilliant in midfield, moving into spaces and trying to pick up his teammates anytime they're available just around the circle where he operates from. Samed looks for Augustin Boache. He's up against Mohamed Al Hassan. Augustin, good tackle from Mohamed, is a corner.
Great defending. Great defending by Mo Hassan. Always made himself favorite to win a tackle. Wasn't in a rush. Kept his composure, was keeping an eye on the ball all the way out. And once the ball went past him, he just made sure that he was getting enough on the ball to get it out of touch and give the referee nothing at all to think about. Solid tackle.
Corner for Wafa, Lawrence Ejekum. Lawrence swings one in. Kunedu fails to make the connection. Wafa will be welcoming back their star man who played for the under-20 in Mauritania, Samson Japan, and the Phobians will be glad to welcome back the man whose 2 goals won Ghana gold yesterday in Mauritania in the finals of the African Youth Championship, Daniel Efriye Barnier. He adds a lot to this team if he comes on board.
Yeah, and hopefully those 2 goals he scored in the final will boost his confidence in front of goal. When he's in front of goal, most of the time he's not sure of what he wants to do, but on a big stage, in fact, at the moment, the biggest stage in his career, at that level, at the final, he popped up with 2 solid goals, and that could maybe open the goal gates for him once he's back in the Phobian shirts.
Absolutely could open the goal gate for Daniel Barnier if he steps up into this Hatzabok side after helping Ghana conquer Africa. Ovuka puts 1 through for Razak, is well read by Ni Bote. Kunedu. Yadom. Esubonte. Throwing for Wafa. 71 minutes. Moal Hassan heads it down for Futu, who picks up his captain Fatal. There's a long pass, so there's a foul against Kunedu. He needs to be careful. Abukari got a red card in the first half. His central defensive partner.
Yeah. You know, it's the assistant referee who spots it. Again, not the incident we are looking at there, but once the ball was coming, so the long ball was coming in, seemed to have, caught his man in trying to, impede him or stop him from running past him. It's what the assistant referee spotted. Waved the flag and the referee obliged. He sent him into the booking. Actually, he's giving him a yellow card for that incident, or off the ball incident. But yeah, stop this man.
So Kunedu gets a yellow, and he needs to be careful. He's a centre back. There's some 18 more minutes to go. The pace of Razak, the trickery of Salifu, and the unrelenting runs of Edu can be a problem for him. So that's it.
There's that hand, outstretched hand.
Deliberate?
And it's not deliberate. When you want to set the pace, when you want to start running, there's always the tendency to, swing it a little bit. But once it catches the player in his face, and in the way Mensah went down and he caught his face, it's always easy for the referee to see that was foul play, which it was.
Salifu Ibrahim, lovely pass to Patrick Razak. Cuts back. Now he's blocked by Wafa. Fatal's cross in. Radio Buka! Absolutely amazing. Magnificent strike from Radio Buka. This is stupendous. Hatzabok 3, Wafa 0. The Congolese has made it 3-0 for the Phobians.
Yes, an astonishing finish, really is. Brilliant goal by Radio Vuka. He's not going to hit any ball better than that. In all of his career, Patrick just started the move, was patient enough, but the ball to the captain Fatal into Radio Vuka on the far side. Then once he pegged his right leg, he just knew what he was trying to do. Only one thing on his mind: go through the lasers. And boy, what a beautiful strike that is on the volley. Radio Vuka with his left foot just blast that home. That was flying into the roof of the net. Goalkeeper absolutely no chance for Hatzabok's third game settled match now.
What a debut for Samuel Buedu. The perfect debut you'd expect when you take up a big club like Hatzabok. The former Mediama man is cruising on, and Hatzabok are leading by 3-0.
I wonder if this Phobians have a revenge on their mind. Remember when they went to Sudakupen where
they took 5 goals?
Absolutely. You wonder if they are thinking about it now, are they?
It's always possible with some 16 more minutes to go. Here is Esubontin for Wafa. He's going all alone, and again Mohamed Al Hassan reading the situation well for Hatzabok.
Really, that was a cracking goal, was it? It really was a beautiful finish by Radio Vuka. When we've spoken about the quality he's got, we know that he loves to surge forward. More impressively for Hartefok, it was the ball from the captain Fatah, the right back, into the left back Radio Vuka, and the way he set himself up was brilliant. Planted the right foot and just was swinging the left hard at the ball, and really, really special finish by the man who's been so consistent for Hartefok this season.
Patrick Razak popping up in the deep area for Wafa. He cuts back to Fatah. Fatah again switches to Ovuka. The understanding is working for these two.
It is. It really is. It's not the first time we've seen it today.
Ovuka to Michel Sapon. He cuts back. Flag goes up, and Sapon is offside.
Yeah. Again, it's you got to feel for these Wafa boys. They've put in a really good fight. When you look at the scoreline, 3-0, you think that Hartefok ran riot there. They dominated the game throughout, and that really hasn't been the case. Wafa have been in this game. They played well for themselves, but with a man down, it's always going to be difficult to put Hearts under pressure. Got to feel for these young lads who have given it all. 15 minutes to go. They look tired. They look, worn out now. I wonder if they've got any other firepower in them to see this out by keeping the scoreline more respectable.
Ovuka again pops up in that box of Wafa, sends a cross in. Nobody to connect for the Phobian. Salifu was just lining up for his debut Hartefok goal maybe. Esubontin is beaten to the ball by Afutu. Good play from Kevin Yadom. Is a handball against Fatah? Yes.
Lucky not to go into the book of the referee. That's probably because there isn't much danger in behind him. But yeah, Salifu there was a shade late. He hesitated a bit because the ball had just fallen onto his right foot. He prefers the ball to be on the left. That is where the magic is.
So for coaches who are making their debuts with their respective clubs, Nioda Telamte managed the win for Elmina Sharks against Asante Kotoko the other day. Joseph Asairbediako on the bench of Eduana lost to Karela, and Samuel Buedo is cruising on to a comfortable 3-0 win as coach of Hartefok. That header from the Phobians won't trouble Wafa. Augustin Boachi up against Nuru Sule. The experienced defender tidies up so well for Hartefok.
Yeah, he did well there. Wasn't panicking. He wanted to go back to the goalkeeper, but I realized he had the opportunity to turn and face the Wafa team, who seem to now have been to be burning out or have burnt out already. It's all Hartefok now, and it could get worse for Wafa.
In 77 minutes, 3-0 for Hartefok. They are in the driving seat. Razak offside. No, there were three guys.
Yeah,
Sapon, Razak, and then Mensah.
I think it's Razak who is offside. And Mensah did well to play that through pass into Patrick Razak. I thought maybe if Patrick Razak was leaving that ball for Michel Sapon here, Michel Sapon is clearly onside.
Of course.
As the ball goes through for Patrick Razak, if Michel Sapon is coming onto that ball, I think that could have been it for Hartefok.
News from Brekum. Prince Opokwajman equalizes for Mediama against Brekum Chelsea after Stephen Amankuna's opener.
Yeah. He's a proper goal scorer, isn't he?
Yep. And Yao Perkon will be hoping not to lose his first game as head coach of Mediama.
Yeah.
After Samuel Boedu left, he's cruising on with Hartefok in his first game. He's a 3-0 lead at this stage.
I mean, there's one thing about Samuel Boedu which is probably underrated about him. He really, his team gets goals. They are goal scorers. They score goals. He improves the attackers. He improves the strikers, and he's got goals in his team. And today his team is leading by 3-0. You know, his frontmen, two of his frontmen have scored. Patrick Razak and Mensah, a left back, has joined in the scoring as well.
Nuru Sule fumbles. He loses possession. Esubontin. He lacks the physicality to dispossess Nuru Sule, but it was clearly there for his taking Esubontin.
Yeah, Nuru Sule, one of the most comfortable defender on the ball, playing from the back.
Radio Buka, he's got so much space to beat Samed. Don't forget, Wafa a man down and 3 goes down. Ibrahim Bukari was red carded in the first half. Here is Michel Sapon. He's got space to shoot. Sapon is blocked by Kunedu. Here is Patrick Razak, right on the edge of the box. He's got Obuka. Obuka with a Kelly pass. Kunedu goes in with a diving header, and Ni Bote gets it away. Finally, it's Augustin Boache. He goes down. Free kick for Wafa.
Yeah, Michel Sapon. That was a lovely, change of pace by him. He's got that in his locker, hasn't he? When he's checking onto his left foot, when he's driving at the heart of the defenders, he always knows he's got that special ability to shoot. Again, it's one of the players whose injury really did have a telling effect on the team.
We've done 80 minutes in Accra. It's Hasselhoff 3, Wafa 0. Fatah Mohammed. Michel Sapon. Obuka. He's seen a lot of the ball in this second half, Radio Obuka. Patrick Razak.
Disappointing control from him.
Too casual on that occasion.
Yeah. Just couldn't get the ball under his ball as he would have expected or as he would have wanted.
And his captain is asking him to be more serious. It's not over.
Yeah, and you can see the distraction from the bench there from the manager.
He's cutting a frustrated figure.
Yeah, he is. But Boedu still commanding. They're asking Fatah to go wide, stretch the game for Wafa.
Sapon to Mensah. Good save, Sabi Akwa. Some brilliant goalkeeping from the Wafa shot stopper, and they get the advantage. Afutu had a foot up.
Yeah, that was brilliant play there by Hearts. Michel Sapon, lovely ball into Mensah. To Michel Sapon, back to him, and was trying to open himself up and trying to find the top corner, but it's a good save in the end to parry it away. Keep the scoreline at 3. It's hard to folk now, all hard to folk at the moment.
11 Wonders have gone up 1-0 against Lagos Cities in Techiman. Michael said the goal scorer for Wonders. Obuka surprisingly has gifted possession right in the middle of the park, and Augustin Boache's pass is feeble. Mohamed Al Hassan defends well. Afutu's last touch on the ball gives Wafa a throw-in. Hasselhoff will be introducing Emmanuel Nete. He takes the place of Benjamin Afutu. He's had a decent game, Afutu.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, he's had a very decent game today. More so because he hasn't been really been putting under pressure because of the advantage they have. So he made for his other time and space to, dictate the play from there. Chance for Nete as well to stretch his legs.
In team, up against Obuka. Andrews, lacking ideas. Japan. Ata Yusufu, here is the Burkinabe. Augustin Boache. Ata Yusufu. Kunedu. Nibote. Kelvin Yadom. He's seen the run of Samet, but Razak is first to the ball. He will allow it to roll over. Yes, he does. It's a goal kick.
Yeah. It's always difficult, really is. When you have to play against Hartlepool and you're playing with a man down. And what Hartlepool are doing now is they are stretching the pitch to make sure that Wafa can be compact. So when you see Ofuka stretched, there again, the game is stretching from here on.
Michel Sapon skips past AJ Koum, and now he finds Patrick Razak. At this stage, it's obvious what the Phobians intend to do.
Yeah.
Game management time. Nete, Salifu, Al Hassan, Ovuka, Manaf, Nete. Not the best of passes from the number 10. Good play from Fatal. Here is Michel Sapon. Isaac Mensah to Patrick Razak. Flag goes up. Offside.
Patrick Razak has been flagged for offside for 5 times now in the game on my count. I mean, he's quick. I'm not sure he always has to try to make the move. There he is. He's offside all day long. He doesn't always try to make the move before the pass comes.
Salifu. Neto was lining up for a shot. He gets the pass from Michel Sapon. He's got Fatah behind him. And here is Sapon. Asking the captain to do too much. Yes, the ball had rolled over the line. Is a throw-in for Wafa.
Yeah.
So 6 offsides, Hatzabok. And how many of them Patrick Razak has committed? 5 of them.
Yeah.
Poor challenge on Razak by Kunedu.
Referee waves play on.
He allows it to slide.
Yeah, I thought Kunedu got enough of Patrick Razak to warrant a foul there for Hatzafuk. When you keep an eye on it, he might have had part of the ball, but I thought he got his man there, right there. Actually, he didn't get the ball. He didn't get the ball at all. He got Patrick Razak, and that should have been a foul for Hatzafuk. That is why Patrick Razak stays down, and he was got right under his shin by Kunedu, who today has been very, again, solid for his team. I mean, these young lads can hold their hands up and say that we did give it a very good one. Yeah, that's the Patrick Razak goal again. He started the move. And once the ball went into Butcher, he kept on running, took away Samet. Ball came back to him via Ovuka. Tapping there for Patrick Razak for Hatzafuk's first goal. So Ovuka now has scored and has assisted.
In the last 5 games of these two teams, we've had 2 draws, a win for the Phobians and a win for Wafa. 2 wins actually. For Wafa, 1 win for the Phobians and 2 draws. The last time they met was on the 15th of January 2020. In that game, it ended goalless. And the last time Asabok actually scored more than 3 goals against Wafa was on the 5th of May 2019, and the Phobians hit them for 4. It was 4-0, and today they're up by 3-0.
That was in the NC competition. Yeah. I mean, that was the day where Michel Sapon scored a very good goal from almost halfway line. Catching the goalkeeper from there. Manaf was amazing on that day as well. So a couple of players in this team played in that game. Fatal at the time was playing as attacking forward. He got in a very solid head, I remember.
Absolutely. Nope. Salifu goes down. Ate Yusufu gets it away. We're 1 minute away from regulation time. It's 89 minutes. Hatzabok a few seconds away from an emphatic thumping of the academy boys from Sogakope, and a massive debut win for Samuel Bwedu, the new helmsman for the Phobians. Ovuka's cross in. Kunedu's header out. Kelvin Boachiyado. In team. Loses possession. Here is Manaf. Nete. Ovuka. Ate Yusufu gets it away for Wafa. We're doing 3 minutes of additional time. With Hartlepool leading by 3-0. And with a numerical advantage, the story is certainly over here at the Accra Stadium. Not even a miracle can save Wafa from defeat. Sabiako grabs it for Wafa. It's Fatal up against Esubonten. Here is Ibrahim Salifu. His cross finds Manaf. He finds Ovuka. He's up against Samed. This should be the fourth. Patrick Razak. He makes it 4. It's Michel Sapon who makes it 4 for the Phobians. He gets his name on the score sheet right from the bench. And Atsabok repeating what they did about a year ago.
Yeah.
They're up by 4. Michel Sapon.
Again, it's Radio Vuka who gets the assist. That is 2 assists for him today and a goal for him, Michel Sapon. But all this, again, Salifu is in the heart of it again. It wasn't particularly a good cross, but it went all the way to Manaf, who did well to find Ovuka. Waited for the right opportunity to cut the ball back in acres of space. Where is the defending? Nowhere near him. Had an opportunity to pick a first touch and just slide it past the goalkeeper for the 4th goal of the day. All 4 going to Hartlepool.
All 4 for Hartlepool. And an amazing start for Samuel Buedu. Razak on the score sheet. Isaac Mensah, Ovuka, and Michel Sapon. 4 different scorers. Refreshing news.
Absolutely. When we've got goals coming from everywhere in the team, it's what makes you impressed.
Wafa down by 4-0. Yellow card for Fatah Mohammed.
Yeah. Captain gets into the book. Not necessary because the game is already won. All you need to do now is to manage the game.
So Fatah goes into the books with a few minutes.
Yeah.
They could just keep their composure and not attract any cautions from the referee. This yellow card to Fatah could prove costly.
I mean, this goes to stretches it to 4 games now for Hartlepool without a defeat, 3 wins and 1 draw. It's
in contrast to what happened to them under Papic.
Yeah,
sharp contrast.
Absolutely.
They had gone 4 without a win, and now they've gone 4 without a defeat. It's Subontin. He gets a foul right on the edge of the Hartlepool box.
What the referee gave, the referee pointing to for a free kick. Again, it'll be interesting to see where the foul happened. For a moment, he appeared to have been in the box, but referee points to for a free kick. We'll see it again from here. Now, because he takes the ball from this far side, he's dribbling himself into the box. Right on from here, he's in the box. This is where the contact is made. In my opinion, the contact is made in the box. The referee has missed it. If you see that the contact that was made was right in the box of Hartlepool, and if that is a foul, then that should have been a penalty.
So this victory should be sending Hasselhoff to 4th on the league log with 27 points. 25 goals scored, 14 conceded. Free kick taken, Augustin wasting it. I'm sure it must have been the final ball of the game.
Yeah.
Referee takes a look at his watch. Whistle to his mouth. Another look at his watch. A third look, and the whistle finally goes. It's over. An emphatic win for Hasselhoff. And a debut for Coach Samuel Boadu, never to be forgotten. Goes from Patrick Razak, Isaac Mensah, Radio Vuka, and Michel Sapon has condemned the Academy boys to a 4-0 defeat here at the Accra Sports Stadium. Highly entertaining fixture.
Yeah, highly entertaining. Dream start for the manager Samuel Boadu. An impressive debut there for Salifu for the cameo role he had as well. Deserving win for Hasselhoff.
Full-time score, Hasselhoff 4, Wafa 0. So the Phobians into this game to make sure of all 3 points after failing to score against Kotoko. Early opportunity falling for the Phobians with this cross from Radio Buka. Fatau nearly pickpocketed Osibontin to head the ball into the net. And Patrick Razak took advantage of this one. He was fouled by Ibrahim Bukari, and Wafa were reduced to 10 men after the skipper was red carded for that cynical challenge on the Hasselhoff speedster.
Yeah, he just lunged into Patrick Razak. Was nowhere near the ball. Patrick Razak was bearing down and go. Referee got his spot on with the call.
And in team, had to stretch goalkeeper Richard Atta with this one, but certainly it wouldn't trouble him. So this is where Hasselhoff made it count. Lovely reading from Ansar to pick up Obuka. Centre cross, and Patrick Razak, right place, right time, good tap in.
Yeah, lovely goal. Patrick Razak started the move and he finished it. He started the move, passed the ball to Ansar Boche, made a good run, took Samed away from the equation to create a space for the pass. Ovuka on the left-hand side, picking out Patrick Razak for the tap in into the near post.
So Hasselhoff headed into the break, leading by 1 man and 1 goal, and Radio Buka ever present in everything Hasselhoff did, setting up Manaf, getting a return, putting this one for Patrick Razak, and he flopped this very glaring goal scoring opportunity, Razak.
It was on the plate, but he missed it. Shocking miss.
Victor Edu sets up Isaac Mensah for a lovely finish. Good goal from Mensah, the former Enzima and Kranza Warriors striker.
Yeah, it was opening up from here, and Edu did well to pick him out, but he had all the time and space to pick a touch and shoot in the box. Tells you that this time the Wafa players were tiring.
Patrick Razak, lovely play in the box, was always a problem for Wafa to deal with. That cross from Fatau and that belter of a goal. Magnificent finish from Radio Buka.
Yeah, it's a brilliant finish. The ball from Fatau was good. Came all the way into the far side into Radio Buka, who had planted the right feet and then swinging his left at it. Magnificent volley into the roof of the net. No chance for the goalkeeper from there.
He wasn't going to get it wrong, and they were probing for a 4th, and Salifu cuts it back. Manaf, that's what to pick up Radio Buka, and Obuka, brilliant reading into the box, finds Michel Sapon, makes no mistake with his left foot, and the Phobians are 4 up at the Accra Sports Stadium. Now they are back to winning ways after dropping points against Kotoko. Full-time score, Hasselhoff 4, Wafa 0. They were the better in possession with 60%, 8 shots on goal, 5 corners, 14 foul